स्वरूपातच रूप खरे राही, रूप स्वरूप एक होता, रूप स्वरूप एक होता, स्वरूप खरे, स्वरूप खरे, निर्गुणात सगुण मिळता, निर्गुणात सगुण मिळता, दूर मुखवटे होई, सूक्ष्मातच पारदर्शक मानव, बाह्यातच जो तो अंतरी, अनेक रूपे दाखवी मानव, या रंगभूमीवरी, अनेक रूपे दाखवी मानव, या रंगभूमीवरी, रूप नव्हे मुखवटा भासे, एका मुखवट्यावरी, रूपे दाखवी मानव, अनेके दाखवी मानव, अनेक रूपे दाखवी मानव.
Jai Shri Mataji, everyone. Let's put our hands together and humbly bow down, seeking permission for this morning's collective meditation. I'm requesting Shri Mataji to please accept our surrender at her lotus feet. Let's raise our Kundalinis and put ourselves in a bandhan. Let's move our attention down to the Muladhara. Parveen will lead us through the Muladhara meditation today. Thanks, Parveen.
Thank you, Jai Shri Mataji. Now, please keep your attention. Please keep your left hand on the lap and the right hand on the Mother Earth. And we're keeping our attention on the left Muladhara. Here we ask for Mother. Here we ask Mother, please feel in every cell of your body with the majesty and dignity of the pure spirit. Here we say the name of Ganesh mantra together. Om Tamev Sakshat Shri Nirmal Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Mother, please awaken this petal of the mother and fill with divine perfection. Now, please keep your attention on keep your right hand on the left and the left hand on the Mother Earth. And we're keeping your attention on the right Muladhara. Here we're requesting Shri Mataji, Mother, please come into our right Muladhara and please awaken and establish in the form of Sri Kartikeya and Sri Ganesha. And Mother, please bestow us all the quality of this petal on everyone. Here we say the mantra of Sri Kartikeya and Sri Ganesha. Om Tamev Sakshat Shri Kartikeya Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Here we are requesting Shri Mataji, please make us humble towards God Almighty and towards the creation. The second quality of this petal is we asking Mother, please make us one with this pure knowledge. The third quality of this petal is Mother, fill every cell of our being with dedication, devotion, and the sampan bhav of Sri Ganesha within us. And the fourth quality of this petal is Mother, please give us a divine discretion and wisdom. Mother, please awaken this petal of the Muladhara chakra and fill with the divine vibration for everyone. This feel this vein of vibration coming on Shastra and on the petal of the Muladhara. Now put both hands on the lap and keep your attention on the fourth petal in the center, Muladhara, which is in the center and going upward towards Astara. Here we take the mantra Shri Ganesha Gauri. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Gauri Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mata Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. First quality of this petal here. We ask for Mother, please make us fearless like Shri Ganesha. The second quality of this petal is Mother, please give us the awareness of collective consciousness. The third quality of this petal is Mother, please establish the power of Dharma within us with truth and love. And the fourth quality we ask, we just take little of part of attention on Sastara. Mother, please fill every cell of our being with the divine vibration. And Mother, please give us Tadatmya with the Spirit in full form so we can be humble and divine instrument at your feet. Mother, please awaken this petal and fill with the divine vibration so we can sense the fourth petal of this Mother Africa.
From the Muladhara, let's move our attention all the way up to the Sahasrara, and we'll continue listening to the Ganesha Puja talk from 1980.
People who are full of open hearts, you see. Such people understand me very well and they just put me in their hearts. After realization, after going through the understanding of Sahaja Yoga through their mental activity, also the intellectuals understand me and recognize me in a little circuit. After the puja, when they receive the blessings in a very blissful state they achieve, then they realize the value of puja also afterwards. Now in India, where the puja system has been traditionally coming and has been maintained quite a lot, they understand it without any mental process. But when they meet somebody, an intellectual who has become a Sahaja Yogi, they can't understand them. They don't want to listen about it, the whole rigmarole of the whole movement of the brain. And some of them who try, little westernized, they try, they develop an inferiority complex. And they go to the left side. But there is no need to understand it with mental, to all the time analyze it through your mental process and then to understand everything and then become Sahaja Yogis with the heart open. It's rather very circuitous. But what to do? They have gone that way, so they have to come that way. Because even if they become Sahaja Yogis, they start questioning and thinking about it and worrying about it. So the false people just mesmerize them and take advantage of that mesmerism. So one should not feel bad. If you feel like analyzing, you should go ahead with it. Because I cannot stop your speed. I am not going to mesmerize. In Sahaja Yoga, the freedom is to be respected. But we do not allow people to come for puja who have not achieved a certain amount of understanding mentally of Sahaja Yoga from the Western people, not in India. But here there is a restriction. Because supposing in India, I do not explain to them, they don't want to know. They know that they'll get vibrations. They already know about vibrations, so I don't have to tell them you'll get more vibrations. If they get more vibrations, they know I am the Shakti, that's all. I don't have to explain. Like as you can make out which is the best wine, they can make out who is the real person. They know the taste of it. Now once in a puja, I had about 6,000 people had touched my feet. So I said in a puja, now please don't have people need not touch my feet. I said it. But they thought it was Dhumal who suggested, so they all got after his life. They said, you only want to take all the blessings from others' feet and you didn't want us to take it, and they got out. Another thing is, in the West, I never used to make the Panchamrita with my feet but with my hands, because here people would think that that's a dirty thing feet is and we should not have of the feet, But actually the feet are very powerful and they can never be dirty. Like the river Ganges has vibrations. And if you have the water of Ganges, you will see that it will never be dirtied. On the contrary, whatever are inside that, because it's never sort of very kept clean, whatever dirt has gone into it, it settles down and doesn't dirty the thing at all. It's very clean water, all the time vibrating. So one must understand whatever is pure, which is responsible for purity, which is the source of purity, can cleanse any impurity. So how it can be impure? But with the brain, if you think it, it's so limited. You cannot think of something which is just the embodiment of purity. This is the point we have come now, where I think I should talk about the Absolute. That is Shri Ganesha. Today is his puja. It's a very great thing that this puja we are doing in Geneva, in Switzerland. Geneva is the right heart, I think. The way it is against right heart. Everybody's life is a tragedy like Ramayana here. And that is why it is very important that Shri Ganesha should be worshipped here. Now, Shri Ganesha, as you know, is the embodiment of innocence. Now, Ganesha's color is red or orangish, because the child, when it is conceived, as a fetus, the first color it sees is orange, or the red one of the mother's womb, of the blood. In Sahaja Yoga, now you must have learned that every action has a reaction which acts. The color of the original, we can say the primordial Ganesha is just of the clay, because he is made out of Mother Earth. Now when the Gauri, the mother of Ganesha, created him to protect her chastity while she was having her bath, she colored him red because everybody could see that there's somebody sitting there to protect her. So when you see the red color around you as a fetus, then you absorb that color and your Ganesha gets colored with the red in the same beautiful manner. Just it has a reaction of that getting red, and it acts, means red color of a Ganesha, the one who has a red color of a Ganesha frightens others. They know there is Ganesha sitting there, a pure, chaste personality with all the fieriness of the Ganesha is there. Now this Ganesha, when in a childhood, as you see, when the child is born, the children are extremely protective or fiery, you can say, about anybody touching their innocence. When they are absolutely young, they are not even aware of it. But slightly, as soon as they start growing, they become very aware, and they don't like their clothes to be taken out in the presence of others. They become very shy of their innocence. I mean, not shy. Shyness is not innocence, of their nudity. Very shy of their nudity, so that their innocence should not be attacked. If their innocence is not attacked, and if they are pure, if they see a nude woman, they will close their eyes. They would not like to see a nude woman or a nude man. So this is an innate understanding, an intuitive understanding, that it is important that they must preserve their innocence. Now, what is the innocence within us? What does it do to us? As it is already, I have told you that it gives us wisdom. All kinds of stupidity we do with our ego, as I was describing the President and so many others at that age and at that height of their positions, it is because the Ganesha is missing completely. We went to Brighton, where they have a neat sort of a beach where you can do nude things. And my maid, she is innocent, you see, we went there. And she couldn't understand, you see. She asked me, well, why are they doing it? But as you will find that in the West, it's hard to find really a wise person. You can say that people are over-educated and they are very well equipped with other understanding of the material side of life and other. But as far as the wisdom is concerned, one can get shocked the way they are. I mean, just don't understand what's the wisdom behind it. Because all their wisdom has become nothing but sex. They always think of sex, and they always want to understand all the nonsense of the sex. If you start thinking about your sex, naturally your innocence will be destroyed right there. Because you cannot use your intelligence for sex. I don't understand the wisdom how you can rationalize sex. This is such a spontaneous thing. And by thinking about it, are you going to enjoy it? How can you? It would be like saying that we can transform a flower into a fruit by thinking. And a more serious thing is this way, that supposing you say I can, of course you can never think, I hope so, that you can transform a flower into a fruit. I hope so. But some people can think that I can shift, say for example, this thing from here to here with my mind, I can shift it. Or materialize things. So you know that you can do it, you believe that you can do it, because some people have done it, but as Sahaja Yogis, you know, it is done by bhoots, by the spirits. They do it for you because they are busybodies trying to help you. Now, same thing happens as far as sex is concerned. When you want to have sex through your intellectual pursuits, you get only the bhoots to do that for you. Because when you project too much of your mind, then it goes into areas where you catch them. And they are sometimes very sly, sometimes depraved, sometimes aggressive, all kinds of things you gather, and the result is that the sex becomes a nonsense. So many depraved people, unsatisfied ones, they attack you, and you have either a very excited sex that even if you rape 100 women, you are not satisfied, or you have an impotency of the worst type. So, you are always left dissatisfied. All such people, when they die, they also become the same bhoots, waiting for some sex fellow to come round and jump on him. Innocent persons also may not have any sex activity for many years, even after marriage, because they are so innocent. It could be so also with very childlike people. But here it's a science which is taught from childhood. Just imagine. What is the need? Do the animals have to learn anything from childhood about sex? They produce children. You have said?
Yes, she has said for me.
So the asceticism is not what I am preaching. First, the innocence is protective and red. Say till the age of at the most 50 years. Then gradually, if the person is properly maturing, not the stupid people, but who are maturing properly, after 50, it starts becoming orange.
Alors, ainsi,
It becomes orange.
Ouais.
The first means when you get married, this process of this redness goes away and it starts becoming orange. That means the protection part is over. Means before marriage the virginity has to be preserved. Till you meet the person with whom you are to be married, that redness is the protection of that virginity. Then when you are married, protection part of it is not needed. But it has to be only towards one person, that's your husband or wife. Then the proper maturity takes place, and by the time you are about 50 years of age, it becomes orange, means there's detachment. You don't feel like having any more sex life. There's no need also. And then you develop a what you call a proper matured innocence, which is can be compared with a properly baked earthenware. But why again? Why to have this maturity? Why to have this innocence? Again, because you are rational people, so one can ask the question, why? Innocence is the way you really give fun to others. Create the fun part of it. The fun is created only through innocence. And innocence is the only way you can really emit also the fun. Imagine this world without any fun. What would happen? But people are very much confused with the fun and the pleasures. The pleasure is nice to begin with and horrible to end with. But fun is a treasure. Anything that is full of fun, you remember all your life, you can tell others. It's such an embodiment of fun creation.
French Mataji.
There's no word in French but fun.
Can you imagine this French language is diplomatic? No word for fun.
No, it is not nice.
It's exactly this.
amusement, that it is not that it's not so strong like fun.
Fun is
Fun
so
is strong.
sweet,
Yes.
strong and so beautiful.
Amusement, c'est pas.
Like I'll give you a simple example how these children create fun out of something. They make everything into a fun, you see. And now, you see, even when they speak or they say things, also they create such a fun out of it. Like the other day, my youngest grandchild, that's Anupama, she's hardly now 6 years, was playing, and she went up to the top of the house somewhere, and then we heard a big thud, you see. And my daughter, she's a very frantic mother, always worried about her children's well-being. And she couldn't even walk here. You see, her legs became heavy with worry, and she was walking to find out what's coming down now. So she shouted for the child, and the child came running down. She was quite all right. So she shouted at her, and she said, "What happened? Where did you go? Why did you go?" She just started shouting at her. So this child looked at her quite puzzled, and she waited for her to stop her shouting. And she said very quietly, "I have not come all the way from Riyadh here to die." So there are so many things which we write it down. It's all fun and natural fun that they have out of everything. You see, we can have now here all the children who are here. There are so many things you can write them down, how beautiful things they are doing, and how there is a twinkle of a mischief in their eyes that they want to create a fun out of it. Fun is joy giving. It gives you joy. It's not just a sort of a coaxing in any way or hurting in any way or anything sadistic in it, but it's just blossoming.
Let's put our hands together and humbly thank Shri Mataji for the opportunity of this morning's collective meditation. Thank you everyone for your vibrational presence. Have a blissful day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Jai Shri Mataji. Let's raise our Kundalini, put ourselves in a bandhan.